925, 926, 922. Round of applause.
It's not a disclaimer, but the poem may be kind of hard to follow. It goes on and off flow, so sorry if it seems unpolished. I swear, it's not a disclaimer. It's just the words, they don't always come to me like I'd like. I like to say that they're fragments and miracles muddied in their own syntax. I mean, look at it. With each line, the definition of the piece begins to mutate, as if being itself is something it never wants to inhabit. And I guess I do that too sometimes. It's probably why I don't even own a reflection in the mirror on some mornings. I kind of learn to wash myself off. So I guess this would be a great time to let you know that I was born without a mouth. Poetic, right? So this poem may end up being like a blank space staring out into the void, trying to decipher the nothing it always attempts to write about. I always end up blooming some lyrical field of reeds with a elongated web spiraling into a Fibonacci sequence upon the page. All right, so I'm gonna get to the poem now. All right, sorry, no. It's just like, as a young writer, I'm always led to believe that I'm supposed to compose a dead thing out of my mouth, made of ink, like a body being tarred and feathered, except it's on the page, and you can usually read the blood and the mingled bone as it lifts upon our heads, and that's why I have to always say this before the piece. There'll always be a body hovering above us, especially a black one. In this poem, I'm supposed to explain the pleasures of floating through the river during the daring heat of summers, but there's always a huddle of my brothers adorned in some rope and ash, trailing me to where our type of skin goes to die. So it's like every metaphor is a metaphor for the unbecoming of things. Because what's a poem if it doesn't dismantle or split, burns or cracks? So there's going to be a couple of heads in here, limbs. Trayvon will be in here in metaphor forms. Whenever you hear rock or still, think of him. Whenever you hear broken or used, think of Mike Brown. Whenever you hear dead, think of black. I couldn't write black because the freaking printer keeps on whiting out the black. So I guess it'd be a great time to let you know that every poem just sort of happens to become a will. But what do I even have to leave behind? This body? Like, crack it open and another falls out. I'm like a Russian doll of the dead. So many eulogies written at the brim of my mouth. I'm going to start the poem now. Thank you.